Hey beautiful people, I pray that you guys are truly blessed and highly favored. Welcome back to my channel, whether you are Grace Sword Family or my personal channel, Kanisha Bergray. I want to thank you for all the new followers on Facebook. We have over 100 and something K. Thank you guys so much on Instagram and on YouTube. Thank you guys so much for your following. I am over on TikTok, but to be honest, my main focus right now is YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. For those who've asked for my book, Suicide or Life is out, and I'm working on my second book, is I Chose Life, which is a devotional self-love book. So go ahead over on Amazon to get your copy. You are helping me every time you like my videos, every time you share my content, and by subscribing. So please, I ask of you, go ahead and click that subscription, that subscribe button right now. Like, stop playing. Anyways, as you know, today we are talking about what is keeping you broke, okay? Now, if you watch my previous video, I've told you about the struggles that me and my husband has been through, okay? And keep an eye out, anyone's looking to get married. I have things to talk about before you get married video releasing this coming week. Now, one of the things we really struggled with was finances. And it's not even that we wasn't getting money, it was more that we was not managing the money that we were getting. And to even come to that conclusion at the age of 29, when I did, I am 32 now, for me, it was like a slap in the face, because to just think about the amount of money that we've been through and the amount of money we just actually squandered away is defeating, okay? It really is. Like, when I sit and think about what we could be sitting on right now, we could be sitting on lands, we could be sitting on properties, we could be sitting on good credit score, but we were so dysfunctional financially out of ignorance. And now we're on that journey to bettering our finances, bettering our credit, paying off our debts. And I know that it's also necessary, because when you've had a bad habit for such a long time, and then you're now trying to get your life in order in that particular area, there's so much lessons to be learned. You can read the book, you can do the courses, you can listen to the audibles, but there's another thing in actually doing the work. There's another twist to it, because now you're having the experience, you're gaining knowledge, you're gaining understanding, and you're implementing, you're doing what you've read, but now you have to now figure life out with what circumstances might come up, right? It's easy to say, oh, I'm paying off my debts, but you have other bills to pay, you have children to take care of, you have a whole family, right? And you're still saving to invest, right? And so you have to learn what is right for you, because the person who wrote the book, or who did the course or the audible, or is even just investing their time in you, probably have a different lifestyle, or a different life completely. And so you have to find what is working for you. Okay, what is working for you? Talking about the habits that are keeping you broke, and how you can be aware and work towards changing those habits to now work your way to being better financially, and eventually, like we are working towards, financial freedom. What does financial freedom look like for you might look different for us, right? Financial freedom for us mean a stream of income coming in. Minimum is to cover your home. So for us, $3,000 coming in monthly is financial freedom for us. So whatever is going to bring $3,000 into our home monthly without work, without the 9 to 5, that's financial freedom. That $3,000 is going to pay our bills, take care of us when it comes to groceries, when it comes to necessities. 3,000 is, I think, even a bit high, but just let's say for us, for me right now, that's minimum when it comes to what's going to cover everything for us. But minimum again for me is 5 to 10,000 coming in monthly, right? That's and even for me, I don't know, for me it seems like a small ask, but for somebody else it might be 10,000 coming in monthly. How you gonna do that? I've been studying real estate, okay, and I know real estate can bring in 10,000 a month, right? So by clearing off the debts, clearing up the credit score, getting the savings ready and the investment ready, eventually we can go into property and start our financial freedom journey. Right now, we're on our financial preparation journey where we are preparing to walk into a better place financially. And we've actually named this year Financial Abundance, because we are doing according to the word of God that says we speak it, we see it in the visions of our mind, in the space of our mind, and we are believing God for it. But we're not just believing, we are aligning our behaviors and our actions to match our belief. Like, we can believe for a financial future and study nothing on finances, listen to nothing on finances, do nothing financially. Yeah, that is like crazy wishing. Because if we're not studying and we're not doing, how we praying to God, oh, help me, but we are not aligning ourselves with our prayer, okay? And so, and I'm not just talking financially, like you can be doing this in other areas in your life, praying for something, oh, God heal me, but your eating is off. You don't exercise, you don't go for walks, you don't work out. Right? You eat junk takeaway every day, but you're asking God for healing. Oh, you're asking God for a spouse. Okay, you're asking God for a wife or a husband, but you sleeping around. You're collecting demons spiritually, right? Or you're connected to someone who is sleeping around, collecting demons, and then bringing it back to you, right? And so you're asking for a husband, but you are not living for a husband. Okay, and you can, as I said, you can do this in many areas of our life. So if I don't go to my phone, guys, we're going to be talking about everything, okay? So let's talk about what is keeping you broke, or what was keeping us broke. In my previous video, I talked about saving 20 grand within 2 years, living on low money, right? What people consider low income. Okay, and if I can do it, you can do it with no business money, none of that. Okay, and so now that I am no longer ignorant, but I'm being educated and gaining the knowledge to do better in this area, that's why you see me having businesses, and working on my self-development, my book, and soon my course, and all these things will bring in money for that lifestyle that I want. So instead of taking 2 years to save 20 grand, by God's grace, I can do that within an hour with my online platform. Okay, all work in progress. Habits that are keeping you broke. So let's go to one. Talking about money. I cannot ever remember having a money conversation until the age of 29. Now, bear in mind, I first experienced receiving money at the age of 19, right? I worked at 16. I worked 2 jobs. I was high school dropout 3 times. Worked 9 or probably earlier, definitely earlier, but let's say 8 in the morning until 1 a.m. and I was doing 2 different jobs. working for one person. So he had an ice cream factory, and then he had a deli. What you call a deli in America is basically a restaurant, right? And so I will work in the ice cream factory from morning to afternoon, and then I'll go to the deli and I'll spend the rest of the day to the next morning in the deli, go home, sleep. And the funny thing is, I was young. I was happy that I had a job, actually, because I was homeless before. So to be homeless and to get not one job, two jobs, is like, let's make this money, let's. But the thing is, I didn't know anything about money. I was getting money, paying my rent, getting my food. Sometimes I was short, and thank God I had people around me to help me. But never knew about saving, never knew about money and financial intelligence, right? So having money conversation, I never really had any money conversation until the age of 29, when I just got tired of struggling. And I'm like, I started watching videos online, reading books. I started having conversation more with my husband about what we were doing wrong. And then from there, started having coaches and mentors who would guide me and lead me and suggest things to me. And this is where my money conversation came from. And so this is just like, how long ago? I'm 22 now. 22. Yeah, I feel like I'm in my 20s, honestly. Like, so I do. I need to remind myself sometimes that I'm not in my 20s. So I'm 32 now. 29, 30, 31, 32. So literally 3 years of starting my money conversation. I've started having these conversations with my children. My children are 13, 12, 8, and 4, and 9 months. Obviously, I'm not really having a conversation with 9-month-old, but I've started having these conversations with my children, right? We started having conversation. I'm starting giving them money, seeing how they use the money, telling them how to use money and what to do with money. And I think it's very important to start having these conversations. And some people don't like it, but we need to have this conversation and not wait until our children are adults trying to figure life out, find money is such a big part of life. Money is how we can eat, how we can clothe ourselves, house ourselves. And we've been really indoctrinated poorly when it comes to money, and we need to break it from off of ourselves so that it is broken from off our children and our bloodline, so that our family can be better. Right? And I'm saying our as in us as a collective, not ours as my household, us as a collective. We really need to start having this conversation about money so that we can become better when it comes to money. I was watching this video with Fantasia, and the lady was saying to Fantasia, well, you are well off, because Fantasia is a big singer. And Fantasia was like, no, I've lost my money, I think she said twice or 3 times. And she's just been, so she's like, you see us living this lifestyle, but most of us are broke. Most of us don't have it like that.
Buy the things you need?
No, because I'm regular. I don't like the whole celebrity thing.
Yeah, but you have more money than we have, Fantasia.
You don't know that.
Okay.
A lot of artists that you see, they look like they have it. And we smile and we come out and we put on a good show. But in real life, some of them are struggling and we don't have it. I'm just now building myself back up. I lost everything twice.
And when she said that, I believed her. Watch this clip. When she said that, I believe her. I believed her 100%, because a lot of our people, they get big, but they don't know how to manage money, right? And so they spend all their money and they go broke, right? No investment, no saving, nothing, okay? So I would definitely say, let's have that money talk. Let's have that money conversation. Have that conversation with your children. Have that conversation with people. And do not be afraid or ashamed of where you are, but be ready to have an open mindset and be willing to change. But to learn about money. When I started reading books, listening to audibles, I'm like, what? It was like, you know, when they talk about living in the matrix, we were in a matrix. We were in our own little bubble, and my bubble was popped, and I was so ashamed of how we've mishandled money. And to be praying to God, and I mean prayer, praying, break poverty, break lack, break, and not picking up a book on money, not picking up nothing, not being coached, nothing when it comes to money, right? The Bible says, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. My people perish because of lack of knowledge, right? They're zealous. Yes, we are zealous spiritually, but we lack knowledge. We lack common sense. We're zealous for change. We're zealous for marriage. We're zealous for children. We're zealous for careers. We're zealous for money, for abundance, for freedom. But we lack knowledge. And so all you're praying for your marriage, you're praying for your children, you're praying for your career, you lack knowledge. I speak about the story where I did my master's in health psychology, not knowing that the course that I actually needed to do, I didn't need a master's. And not to say that I regret it, because I feel like it was good training for me. As you know, my parents are Jamaican. I was born on the Cayman Islands. So to have patois and broken English as your first language, you should have heard me at 18. I struggled to speak. Even now I struggle with grammar and little things. You will hear it in my videos. But the way that I'm speaking now, even to do my master's, is a big miracle for me, right? High school dropout 3 times, right? I didn't finish high school. So to be able to do my master's, however, I didn't have to do my master's. I could have gone straight into the course that I needed to do. I'm not complaining, but I was zealous to get into where I was going, but I lacked the knowledge of how to get there. And most of you want to be financially free, you want to be married, you want to have a better marriage. You're zealous, you're prayerful, you're connected to God, you're close to God, but you lack knowledge. You lack knowledge, and that's where we were as married couples. We wanted better financially. We were praying, we were going to church, we were tithing, we were sowing, we were giving, but we lacked knowledge. And most of the time, when you are struggling financially and you're sowing, you blame God, you blame the church, but it's not God or the church, it's you. It's us. It's us. We want something, but we have no knowledge of it. We are ignorant of it, right? So I would say, educate yourself financially. Pick up the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, As a Man Thinketh, The Millionaire Mindset. There's so much books out there that you can be reading, devouring. And if you're not a reader, go on YouTube. There's free audibles, that you can read, that you can listen to. And don't just listen one time. It says, faith comes by hearing. So to change your money ways, it comes by hearing. Go and listen to it over and over and over again. I can listen to The Richest Man in Babylon every single day. Every day, every week, I have one at Audible or I'm reading something when it comes to money and self-development. Why? Because I know there's room in me and in my husband in our life for change and for better. And if I am not gaining knowledge and understanding, I am setting myself up, I'm setting my children up, I'm setting my generation up for failure. It's a disservice to myself. So go and pick up a book today. Matter of fact, after this video, go and listen to something. The richest man in Babylon. You know, as a man thinketh, rich dad, poor dad. Just put it on, listen to it, and do not be distracted. Your money is not growing. Your money is not growing. Now, I think I said this in a previous video, so I am starting, hopefully by February, a low risk, what is it called? It's a low risk investment where you put some money in and you let that money accumulate. The lowest amount you can put in is 500, right? And that 500 will turn into 1,000, and then there's 2,000, and that 2,000 I think will turn into 10,000, right? So I'm starting that next month, and I will be recording it and journaling it for you guys to see for yourself. Now, this is not the market where you gotta watch it and this and that. Someone is trading for you. So that big investment, if you were trading for yourself, is not here, but this is a safe way to get into it. There's another way that I was watching Patrica Bright talk about. I will link that video down here. And I don't want to talk about something I don't know about, so I'll link that video down here, the below this video on YouTube, and you can go check Patrica Bright video out where she's talking about what she invests in. And I was very intrigued because I have an investment, and they closed down and they transferred my money somewhere, but we put £50 each. So I put £100, I put £50, my husband put £50, and within a year I think that turned into £900. And I was leaving it, let it sit, only to find out the company closed down in 2021 and they've transferred my money somewhere else, our money somewhere else. So I have to chase that up. But we put in £100, and that £100 is now 900, right? God knows what it is now, because it was 900 I think a year or two ago, okay? So God alone knows how much it is now. But the fact that we've allowed that money to sit and grow, right? And that's what you can do. It was a low investment, right? Obviously, some people's like 900 is not a lot. We just put in 100, right? So if we was putting in 50, 100 every month, God alone know how much that would have been. But that was just us testing the waters. Now we're more serious and we're ready to test more waters, to put in 100 here, 100 there. Let your money grow. Find means and find ways to let little money grow. And you can then take that money out and put it into something else that's gonna allow it to grow even more. Okay, so saving is one thing, but what are you saving to invest in? Going into your savings, first of all, you need to know what you're saving for. You're saving for investment. What are you going to invest in? There's long-term investments and there's short-term investments. What are you going to invest in? How long are you going to invest in it? And how long do you want that money to grow for? If you want it to grow for year to year, what do you plan to put that money in after? I find that planning and preparing for your money will prevent hazard, okay? Will prevent you using that money for something that's not gonna allow your money to grow, or that's not gonna allow your money that you made grow to dwindle away. Okay, so always plan your money. You want a vacation, plan your vacation money. Plan your cologne money. Plan your getaway. Plan your money. Okay, and by having your investment bucket that you're not gonna touch, is there to grow, and having your spending money is so wise, because now you won't go into your investment, you won't go into your saving. Now, I spoke about my radical saving. You can't be a radical saving if you don't live how I live. You gotta know how you live and make sure your bills are covered, make sure your rent is covered, make sure your family is covered, and then you save what is left. Now, below this video, I have a WhatsApp group. It's no longer broke WhatsApp group. We're going into success financially, and it's an accountability group. Click the link, join the group, and if you are ready for a call with me, now I'm not a financial advisor, I am a friend who's helping a friend, right? So I've had 2-3 friends who've called me. I've had friends who've called and I sat on the phone, and what I love about them, they've actually watched my video and they actually went through their spending and outgoing. So they didn't do that with me on the phone. They did it before they called me, and they were like, I don't know how much to save. And I just went through it with them, and we came out to in an affordable and a safe saving amount. Because I have explained, when I started saving, I was saving too much, right? I had to learn to save a lot of time, and then eventually I was comfortable and I got into the habit of doing it, so I can do big time saving. Start where you can, and then once you've gone into the habit, then you can add more to it. Now, if you want to have one-on-one, I am charging £10 for my time. £10. That's a rip-off for me. Now, as I said, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a friend helping a friend to get on their way to financial freedom and financial success. So click the link, join the group, and if you're ready to pay your £10 and find time with me to just talk about what you want to do with your finances, and please make sure you go through what's coming in, what's coming out before you book that call, we can do that. Okay, so save to invest, save to have fun, and make sure you know what's coming in and what is coming out. Never save for a rainy day. So do not save for rainy days. I do not save for rainy days. I call my saving for abundance, for wealth, for growing my money. I do not save for rainy days. Whatever you save for is what you're going to use your money for. I don't save for rainy days, and I recommend that you don't. Budget your money. Budget. That's why you want to know what's coming in, what's going out, so you can create a really strict budget for yourself, right? I remember when I was an impulsive buyer. Buy. When I started disciplining myself to not buy unless it is needed, I always ask myself, do I need it or do I want it? Right? Can I delay it, or is it necessary? Do I want it right now, and is it necessary for now? Or can I save for it? Right? So don't be an impulsive buyer. Check yourself. And all this takes time. It took me a whole year. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It took me a whole year to break this habit. And I really hope it doesn't take that long for you. But I was 29 when I started figuring this out. 29. Going into my 30s, and I'm just figuring this out. I hope it doesn't take a year for you to break the impulsive spending habit, not being able to save, not being able to not buy. I really hope it doesn't take that long for you. Always pay attention to what you're buying and why you're buying it. Okay, is it gonna grow your money or not? Is it necessary or not? Helping people when you need help. That was me and my husband. I stopped that thing. I don't want to say thing. My mind is saying something else. I'm saying thing, but my mind is saying something else. I stopped that thing out. I was that girl who was constantly helping, and I needed help financially. I am not in a position to help. Like, no matter if I had 100 grand saved, if my money ain't growing, if I'm not in a place of abundance, I'm not in a position to help. I'm not in a position to help if I have debts, if I have unpaid bills. I'm not in a position to help. I'm at a place where I'm helping myself, and I'm saying no, and I'm comfortable and at peace, and I'm sleeping with my no. There's a time to help others, and there's a time to help yourself. Help thyself. Help thyself. And that's the season that I'm in, and I'm splundering in the season because I realize that I've been stupid and I need to help me, because I know that I am wiser and I know that I am better. but I've been ignorant. I am no longer ignorant. I am not going to be sending people no $250 when I need $250 to clear my debts. I need $250 to clear my bills. I need $250 to put away to invest so that my money can grow because I have 5 children. So you need to get into a place where you need to help yourself. I was going to the church just giving £500, giving this, giving that, when I needed help. We needed help. Giving money to the church, giving money to people when we need help. We need help. And I've gotten to this season, I am proudly, heads up, I can't help you unless you plan to give my money back and more. I can't help because I am not in a place to help. I'm not. And see, when you hear people say they have savings and things like that, you think, oh, you want their saving. No, go and get your own saving. Don't be bad mind. Don't be red eye. Go and get your own saving and go and help yourself. You know what bothers me? Calm down, Ken. Calm down. What bothers me is people see you living a lifestyle and they want you to pay for the lifestyle, that pay for them to have the lifestyle that you are living. No. Get on your feet. Work. Do what you need to do. Save your money. Manage your money. Learn about money. And live the lifestyle that you see other people have that you want. You gotta do it. You have to do it. God has given you the means, the strength, the ability to do it. You have to do it. Start praying for God to bless you and this and that. God has blessed you already. He's put it in you already to be blessed. He's done it. I'm telling you, God has done it. And I believe in connection. I believe in helping and this and that. I do. I'm all for help. But I believe there's a time where we need to help and deliver ourselves. We need to do what we have to do because God has given us the means and the grace. Right? We were praying to God for money. We had money. We just mishandled it. We had to pray for wisdom. We had to pray for understanding. We had to pray for guidance, which then we started picking up the books, reading the books, getting the coaching and the teaching. Do what you have to do to change your financial life. Do what you have to do. And if that means you have to say no, say no. For change to come, you have to want the change bad enough. And it's not an overnight thing to change your financial life. It's going to take effort. It's going to take time. It's going to take commitment. But I know you commit, you do the work, and in due time, you'll bear the fruits that you are looking for. Join my WhatsApp group. If you're ready for the call, I'll send you the link, my account to pay your £10. That's a ripoff on me. Don't wait until my price go up. And I believe that your life will change 100% once you start putting in the work and being consistent. Remember, I'm gonna leave this video here. I didn't want it to be too long. Remember, you can grab my book on Amazon. If you don't want the book, share it to your friends, to your family. It talks about my experience with suicide, depression, anxiety, and how I came out. Thank be to the Most High God. Subscribe to my channel, please, y'all. That's gonna help me, and share my video. God bless.